Hello there and welcome back to the Autocraft server with me, TomB92. You join me outside of the build we put together last episode, and I am still so very happy with this and the surrounding areas. Now, last episode, it actually made me realise just how expensive this build is. There doesn't particularly look a great deal to it, right? But there's a lot of copper and a lot of copper blocks rather than the copper that's gone into the roof. And there's a lot of wood and varieties of wood. So today I want to start addressing some of those expenses that we have because, well, I don't like doing things repetitively and I don't like doing things manually. Whoever owns this wood store in the shopping district is missing out on a trick because pretty much every single barrel, bar a few, can't even reach, bar a few, I think this acacia one has a few stacks in, is empty. And they're really missing out a trick because I could be spending plenty of diamonds in this store, but there's just no stock. And in the not too distant future, oh look, there's the handsome south in the background there too. In the not too distant future, I want to look at doing my automatic storage at my base, and I'm going to need a lot of wood for that. We already have our iron farm built for the hoppers, so why not get ourselves invested in an automatic wood farm in our industrial area so we can ease those pressures of the diamonds, because quite frankly, I'm not making many diamonds. All my diamonds that have been spent have been mined, and that is a lot of diamonds. In between episodes, I've also visited this store here, Betty's Golden Goodies, and kind of bought out all of the golden apples so I can start making progress on my villager trading hall and starting to get some discounts. And now I am stuck in a cobweb. Perfect. So in order for me to actually start working on a tree farm, I need honey blocks, and honey blocks will connect to the slime blocks in the farm that I have in mind. So these guys, although they're spinning around in circles, are producing me some honey, and I'm not too far off that I need for the farm. Ooh, I wonder what that mysterious llama in my hot tub could possibly be doing. And well, you may have noticed from the background, yeah, I've skipped a bit. We have our farms built, and they have been running for a little bit, as you can see in the background there. So what we have here is a tree farm, a universal tree farm from Gecko. And Gecko is also the guy who put together my bee farm. And I'll try and put a link to his videos in my description if I remember, because there are some really cool tutorials that he's got on there. And the reason that I kind of went with this is actually because it reminded me of bedrock tree farms. And for those that don't know, my background is in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and I'm making a meal of this because I took my elytra off. And this works very similar to how tree farms work in Bedrock Edition, and the main change really is kind of the leaf crushers and the need for slime blocks and honey blocks, because a lot of it in Bedrock Edition works with observers and pistons and sticky pistons. And there's no need for like immovable blocks like these furnaces here. That just doesn't exist or isn't needed in Bedrock Edition. And this runs with a TNT duper, which is running up over here. And it runs off with bone meal being supplied. And obviously tree farms will run through bone meal. So what did I do? Well, I made a bone meal farm. And this is Ilmango's moss farm. And I have to say, this is incredible. This is incredibly efficient and has given me a massive supply of bone meal. You can see I've added in a couple of customizations here to the water chute that's coming through here. And this comparator is just letting me know we're pretty much full here in this system, which means my whole tree farm is backlogged and is up and running. So on the sides here, we kind of put in where our saplings will go. There's the secondary chest you may have seen up there that runs next to the bone meal. So I can come and pick up what sapling I want, and we do collect the apples. I might add an additional filter in here to collect the sticks because they're kind of handy for different materials. Now over here I've actually had a real problem with adding signs on, and I have no idea, but my game crashes every single time I go to add a sign, which is kind of why these are blank. But yeah, we've been running this for a little while and we have a decent supply of wood. And this has just been kind of whilst I've been gathering supplies for our next segment that I need to bridge into, well, I made a bridge. Yeah, it's been 6 weeks now that I've been a dad, and the dad jokes are well and truly established, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with the way this bridge turned out. I've really tried to get some different textures in it, so we're actually using walls in the middle of each kind of archway here, just to add some depth. And yes, it is all connected up to the bottom of the river, and it is also textured. If I enter FreeCam here, we can go bam, and we just about see it. YouTube now will probably just see darkness, right? But there's some deep slate tiles, some polished deep slate, some deep slate, cobbled deep slate, tough, and then some cobble into the stone design up there. And now for the last episode, we kind of spoke about having two different build styles, one on this side of the river and one build style on the other side of the river. So what better way to enable that than having a bridge? I didn't really know how to kind of finish this up, because I said we used the walls, and to kind of cover that up at the top I had to put slabs. So we've kind of got this pathway in that unintentionally has happened. It wouldn't have probably been my first design, but to keep the walls in the arches, this is kind of where we're at with the slabs. Now, I am actually really broke. I have 2 diamonds to my name. So I need to look at what can make me some diamonds, because, well, my shop with the custom orders isn't really doing the job. So how about we go and raid an ocean monument? So before we do go and tackle that ocean monument, I need to gear up. And I've put out a request to the Autocraft members for a trident. I'm thinking invisibility potions, some water breathing potions, and then we'll fully enchant a trident. And I think Rusty has left me one back at my base, so let's head over there. Why is my portal not lit? How am I supposed to get my trident at my base if my portal isn't lit? And there's a sign. A ghast blew up your portal. I blame Sherbet. Now, Rusty, I'm not convinced it was Sherbet. I have no doubt in my mind that it was you. So, well, I guess we need to find another way to my base. Now, luckily for me, my industrial area is kind of hidden behind that lava there. So we're just going to sail over this mountain top over in the distance here. And there we have it. There is our base and our newly created bridge, which I have to say from above looks absolutely fantastic. And well, there is a chest. Just pay what you think it's worth, Rusty. Cool. So we have a trident. I need to go get it enchanted. And I need to figure out what to pay Rusty. If we head through, fingers crossed, we will end up in the right place. Yeah, brilliant. We are back connected. So, oh, double vision. Yeah, I might just leave that there. That could be quite trippy from afar, right? Over in the shopping district, we have an absolutely beautiful new portal. I think this is something that Calvin has put together. And again, like the Nether Hub last episode, I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler, but what an absolutely fantastic build. This guy is ridiculous with his builds. If you haven't already, go and check out his channel. His content is great fun. He put together greenies over there that we bought the leaves from a few episodes back. And he also built brownies, which is the mud selling place, which are both absolutely fantastic builds. But my other favourite shop is the book selling store, and we have been here a few times. We have given Alpen pretty much all of the diamonds. Oh, I've never seen that decoration up there before. I don't know if that's new or I just don't look up. But we need trident enchants, so where we are, trident tricks, 3 diamonds each. So before I head back to the villager trading hall, I should probably figure out also where to leave Rusty his diamonds. I figured out the wood store here that we said earlier in this episode isn't very well stocked as Rusty's. So it sounds like he's maybe got his hand in too many pies. I think he is the golden goodie place here too. And the rocket store. He is definitely spreading himself thin, and maybe that's why he had no wood to offer me. So what do you reckon is the cost of this trident? It's not enchanted, it isn't full health, and he also blew up my nether portal. So I feel like that has to be discounted. Now, in the past, I have paid a diamond block for a fully enchanted trident on other servers, but I am a generous payer. I'm going to call it 6 diamonds. That's the kind of generous payer I am. And, well, I haven't really left him anything to tell him it's us. I'm just leaving him 6 diamonds in his mailbox. That'll be a fortunate surprise for him when he opens his mailbox. So should we finally go and get that ocean monument defeated? Let's cue some dramatic music. And poof, just like that, I am back and I am visible again. We have managed to conquer the ocean monument, and not only that, I came away with a stack and almost a half of sponges, which is going to be invaluable in clearing out the monument. And I guess there's only one thing left for me to do, and that is to spend the rest of eternity mining sand. You'll find me here next time because, well, I'm gonna need a lot of sand to drain out that ocean monument. I hope I'll see you next time. If you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have, do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time.